Hello everyone, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. And today, also, my name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to be working on this, a Macintosh Performa 6200 CD. This series was kind of known for cracky plastic, so hopefully, a couple weeks ago we took this thing apart. And we got it apart without breaking any plastic, so that was a pretty good achievement. So hopefully we'll get it back together without breaking any more plastic, but let's see if we can do that. So we got some work to do before we can start the reassembly. Let's say hi to everyone in the chat. We got Eric's Edge, Alan Gracia, Vic the Vicar, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Trina's Technobabble, the Pan Man GR, Gut Bomb, Epictronics. How's it going, everybody? Thank you for stopping by. So let me know if that noise is too loud. So one of the things when I took this thing apart, I looked at the power supply and I was like, nah, that's probably not too bad. But on Dave's Vintage Apple Tech stream, I decided to take a couple of the caps off, and if we look at these things, there we go, we can see crustiness, and actually around these caps on the board, they were very, very crusty. So let's get the rest of these caps off. I'm gonna kind of go slow at this because I didn't make a map yet. So the first ones we're gonna do are these 330 microfarad, and we're gonna use the machine that Gut Bomb donated to me. I forgot to warm it up first, so it's gonna take a second. Gut Bomb donated a Moo machine to the channel, so we're gonna use the Moo machine. Moo gun, whatever. So I already did these ones, and I think I did that one, but we're gonna do all these other little ones. And so yeah, it's faster if you have a map, and then you can just pop everything off, and then it's easy, but we're gonna go slow. So I already pulled one off there. I'm gonna take that one and that one. So these are 330 microfarad, 35 volts that go in these positions. Let's zoom in a little bit more here. This power supply is very confusing where the caps go. That is not it. Yeah, the other issue is they bent the leads over, so this is gonna be fun. I always hate when they do that. Oh. Okay, it looks like that one and that one. Yeah. I think, anyway. I think it's gonna be these two. Let's use the Moo gun here. So when you're doing this, it's always good to sort of get it melted first. Make sure you're nice and melty. Alright, and then we'll come back. We'll go over top of it. Make sure you're melted real good. And you can hear it moo real nice. That one is definitely moving. Did you get it? You have 16 boxes of retro packed. Oh, so the move is going well, Eric. Alright, so that's kind of loose. Oh, and I just pulled off a cap that I already did. That was the wrong place. Oh, it was the wrong place. Oh, look. Alright. Jeez. Yep, I pulled off the wrong caps here. Or unsoldered the wrong caps. Okay, so I'll come in. I'm going to use this as just a regular soldering iron for a second to melt some solder. New gun is not ideal when they leave these leads on the caps and bend them over like this. You can use it to suck up some of the excess. Ugh. Alright. Gonna have to shut this off. So one of the things I'm worried about is my electricity is so bad here that if I leave both soldering irons on, I think I'm going to short the place out, blow my pop the breaker. So we're gonna have to go back to the regular old school solder pult on this. Oof, rent went up 30%. Oh, jeez. That's a crime. Bit of this fresh solder on here. Old solder pult. Yeah, if these weren't bent over, then the Mu machine would have been the way to go. Bent over leads are a pain in my butt. Oof. Okay. That one doesn't look bad. Its spot isn't bad either. Let's get this one next to it. Again with a little bit of fresh solder. My solder spool is getting towards the end, so it's all willy-nilly. Yeah, having a nice set of tweezers, always useful for work like this. So yesterday I did that, oh yeah, I better put these caps back up. Solder these caps back in that I unsoldered, that I had already soldered. So yesterday I did that stream pulling those bits off for Epictronics, and I didn't do it during the stream because I had lost one of the little caps, but I found the cap and put it back on, put everything back on, and my VP6 system is back up and running like a champ. In case anyone was worried that they didn't see it running, I posted a picture on Mastodon. Alright, let's get this guy out of there. What brand of solder do I use? I use cheap garbage solder. I go through a lot of it, and so I tend not to pay very much for solder. This one, it says it's best, but I don't think it's actually best. Yeah. And then this is stuff that I bought recently. I bought 2 rolls of this because it was like $3 a roll. This stuff's awesome. I mean, it melts super quick. Like if you have a stubborn joint and you need to make it easier to melt, I put this on and it just flows nicely. $5 a spool. I mean, that was a killer deal. Okay, so now let's clean up these holes. Really want to get this 6200 back together before I spill, before I break all the plastic. I did all this work to clean up the plastic and coated it with 303 protectant, but I gotta get it back together before it like falls off the BigBadBench. Okay, so these 3 are 330 microfarads. Trina was up all night worrying about that VP6. I believe it, Trina. Okay. And one more. Where'd the other one go? There we go. It's stuck to my screwdriver. Big Bad Bath. Alright, cap. Oh, cap. So I understand why they pull them over like that, but darn it, we're not going to leave them like that. Okay. So the nice thing about this board is they have both the plus side and the minus side labeled. Plus sides are always going to be the long leads. Okay. Let's get some solder on here. Gonna do one side, then reflow it. One side. push up. One side, push up. Other side, push up. Okay. We'll come back, do the other side. Alright, that's those three. And of course, I've lost my cutters. Oh, man. There they are. They were right where they were supposed to be. Who have I missed? Yeah, I have... Ugh. I have this stuff that is probably 30 years old. I use this for bigger stuff, but since I've been doing the smaller work, I've been going through like the 0.3 millimeter solder a lot faster. Bro, look how many subs. 512 and somebody's +1. Yeah, oh shoot, that reminds me. So yeah, I hit 512 subscribers. Let's go back to my face for a second. Sorry. Ooh. So this LC3 chassis, I've finished retrobrighting this. And so now that I've hit 512 subscribers, next weekend we're going to build this thing and overclock it, and then we're going to give it away. So, yeah. So, yeah, get subscribed, and you can be entered to win a very special overclocked or overclockable Macintosh LC3. Hey, Retro Fox, how's it going? How's it going, Retro Techie? I forget if I said hi to you or not. Hope you're doing well, everybody. Check is in the mail. Nice. You don't even have to pay me. You have a chance of winning. Man, I don't know what's going on with my eyes lately. I cannot tell where the caps are supposed to go. Alright, I'm gonna get this one and that one. So I think... Okay, that one's done. It doesn't look too bad. 47 microfarad, 35 volt. I think we have a few of those. Let's try to get them all. Oops. Yeah, so Dave has a good suggestion about warming up the plastic to prevent them from cracking. Um, that's definitely a good thing to try. Um, so these things have spent I don't know how long in in the water bath. Um, so the thing is, yeah, heating it up is going to help a little bit, but you're never going to be able to get that back. And so, shoot, I forget where it was. Somebody had, I think it was a high school kid that had done like a paper on retrobrighting. Um, it was really nice work. And so I was wondering if it all made sense. So I think it was posted on Hackaday or something that somebody posted the kids' paper, because it was something I've always wondered about, like, the with retrobrighting, what are we doing chemically? And so I'm not a materials scientist by any stretch of the imagination. But I do understand a little bit of organic chemistry. And so, I don't know, I ran that paper by a real organic chemist, and she said that the kids' science made a lot of sense, and that she thought it was correct. And so the idea with retrobrighting is you have these ring structures. Whenever you have ring structures and they have alternating double bonds, you can get light to absorb it in different ways, and you get big fun chemical structures when you get these rings with alternating double bonds that can absorb and reflect light in different ways. And so over the years, those alternating double bonds, the ring structures can break and become linear and do all kinds of funky stuff, and that's why the plastic is originally clear and then it goes yellow. And retrobrighting basically comes in and it turns the bonds from the yellow, it reacts with them to basically turn them clear. It goes from double bonds back to single bonds. And so that's why retrobrighting can work. And so it just basically makes it so that those weird chemicals become kind of invisible. They're not really invisible, but it's just that they're not yellow anymore. And so the problem is that the plastic becomes brittle because plastic is like these long chains of molecules, but they're mostly held together with single bonds. And so over the years, those single bonds can break, and that's what turns our plastics kind of brittle. And so that's not something we can actually fix. We can soften the plastic a little bit, but we can't restore those single bonds because basically when we do the chemical reactions with the retrobrighting, the double bonds are easier to screw with. The double bonds are more reactive than single bonds. And so when we do our retrobrighting, we're affecting those double bonds. But if we tried to do any chemistry that would restore those single bonds in the backbone structure of the plastic, we'd basically react way too many other things. And so we're not going to be able to fix the brittleness, really. I've been doing some experiments with acetone and sort of melting the backs of the really brittle plastic, and it seems to have worked a little bit, but I I don't want to get too excited yet. It was the hand of Spindler that caused brittle plastics. Well, you know, that guy liked to save a cent any way he could. So, you know, that had a lot to do with it. Don't worry, Trina. We're still a ways away from some testing. I forgot how many caps this stupid power supply had. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, has anyone tried these caps? I forget what this brand is. They're red. What's the company? I forget what the name of this company is from that's doing the red caps. W-E. Worth. Yeah, Worth. This is my first time trying the Worth caps, so if they explode, we'll blame it, or if this power supply explodes, we'll blame it on these new Worth caps. Let's hope they aren't fireballs. Yeah, they're red like atomic fireballs. Worth a really good stuff, I've been told. Okay, Vic, I'm hoping you're right. Alright, what else we got here? Got another 47 microfarad 35 volts. We got two more 47 microfarad 35 volts. Oh, jeez. See, these joints would have been perfect for the Moo gun. The leads are straight up. But we already got our regular soldering iron heated up, so we'll stick with this. Out. Panman GR says that they're German and do electronics and mechanical stuff. Alright, nice. Eric's Edge found a really fine steel wire to clean vias. Oh, neat. Lancets for testing blood glucose. Neat. That's a neat idea. And Rudy's Retro Intel is here. How's it going, Rudy? Rudy had a new video this week with Sinclair Spectrum. I think it was a Sinclair Spectrum. I get my European computers confused. Sorry, Rudy. Okay. 2 more caps. So many caps. That must mean the power quality on these is really good. Okay, closer. Now we have this one, 220 microfarad, 35 volts. Oh, man. Let's see if we can figure out where this one goes. I think it's these two that are bent over right here. Should have done this power supply before the stream. But I guess I was busy this week, you know, having to break a perfectly functional machine. Try to help out Electronics. We are watching solder dry today. So this is the power supply from a Performa 6200. Oh yeah. You can also see there's some residue on the side of that cap. So hopefully we can get this thing put back together without breaking too much plastic. Alright, what was this one again? 220 microfarad. Sorry, I moved my microphone around. Does anyone have experience moving retro computers to the basement? As long as your basement's dry, should be fine. So I'm sorry if you hear my air conditioner going. It's been super humid here lately. And I need to run my air conditioner basically constantly in here in order to keep the humidity down. Okay, it's done, and then we got 2 more to go. There. All right, Alan, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Right there and there. This one is 82 microfarad, 35 volts. And they should be around here somewhere. 82 microfarad, 35 volts. Oh yeah, this reminds me now that I was looking at those bags. I just want to give a shout out to Mouser. I placed an order for caps, I guess it was 2 weeks ago now, and I forgot 2 items, and I emailed them and I was like, hey, I just placed this order for a bunch of caps, and I need 2 additional things on my order I forgot. Can we just add them to my order? And they're like, no, the way that you ordered, because I always pay through PayPal, the way you ordered, we can't edit your order, so just, give us all what you need, and we'll do an order with free shipping. And so they set up an order for me with free shipping, and it was, free 2-day air shipping. Super nice of them to do that for me. I've never had to interact with their customer support before, but they were very nice. I didn't wait on the phone very long. When they transferred me, the person they transferred me to picked right up. After dealing with my credit card company a couple weeks ago, it was a really nice surprise to be able to get nice customer support for once. So yeah, Mouser.com. Awesome people. And they were, some people online were like, wow, free shipping, 2-day air. How do I get that? And it's like, well, I went back and I looked at my first order with Mouser was over 20 years ago. So I haven't asked for anything for 20 years, so maybe they were like, all right, this guy, he's been kind of loyal. Okay, I think that's our last cap. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Everything is Broken Garage. We are just finishing up a cap job on this PowerMax 6200 power supply. Oh shit! Oh, sorry YouTube. I forgot 1 cap, 1 microfarad, 50 volts, and of course I lost that bag. Oh, there they are. Yeah, 1 microfarad. One more cap. Oh my god, this job. Sorry, folks. I really should have done this one off camera. Okay, that one's done. Alright, now I think we're done with the power supply. Woo, finally. Alright, now the fun bit is going to be putting this thing back together. Because I was really terrible with my organization last week. And there's screws all over the freaking place. See, even this. Got caps all over, we got trash all over. Alright, let's move some stuff out of the way. Okay, I think we can get rid of all these for now. You can rest on that keyboard for now. Okay. Coming on in here. Okay, so the first thing we need to do nice Panman GR. That would be fun. 3D print case for one of these. Okay, so we have brown and we have blue. We have live and we have neutral. Brown is going to be live. Blue is going to be neutral. Okay. It goes in there like that. And I think it's this screw. Oh, it's going to need a small screwdriver. And of course all my leads from my capacitors are all stuck to my screwdriver. You don't get quality production like this from anywhere else on the interwebs. Nope, that wasn't all the way down. Okay, it's not going all the way down. So what are we stuck on? There's this piece of plastic. There we go. So there's a little tab on this piece of plastic that's supposed to fit through there. think this is not the right screw for here. I think it's this one. This one's slightly longer. Yeah. This one has to go through a piece of aluminum, so it needs to be a little bit longer than the other two. Yep, that's the right screw. Okay, so that one goes there. And we have another one. There. Okay, and then the last one. What's the limit for keeping something because the parts, the resale value are too low? Oh, don't ask me that question. I was just cleaning up my workspace today, and I have way too much stuff. I keep way too many things. Oh, that's gonna be too big. Okay. There. All right, let's this isn't gonna power up, but let's just put power into it and see if it explodes. Three, two, one. No explosion. All right, that's good. Cool. No explosion. All right, so then this thing, there's little tabs here. I think this one also gets some weird little screws. Let's see. Nope, not those. There we go. Right. I think two more of these. Oh, there's also screws that hold the heatsink down to the chassis. That's right. Gotta do that. So these two. That and that. Okay. So that should be our power supply back together. Now we gotta stick this thing into the case. Oh. Let's zoom out just a skosh. Alright, so let's see if we can remember how this thing all goes back together. That goes back there like that. Okay, there's two little tabs right there that fit into two little tabs right here. Yeah, I think this is the way it should slide in like that, and then you slide back, and then there's a screw down there, which I think is one of these. Okay, that's in. Now we have this thing, I think. So, I remember something. Does that go like that? Ugh, okay, yeah, you can't see it. Hold on. Ugh. Okay, so it's kind of like, here we go. We got some tab A's. We got some slot B's. And you kind of have to come in from the back. Make sure those edges wrap around. And then get your tab A's into slot B's. Put your fan wire down inside your power supply. Oh, no, it goes like that. Okay, so then there's also this little wire for the power supply. Yeah, the trapezoidy kind of shape goes that way. Okay, got a power supply. It goes in there like that. Thought I'd clean this thing out. Yeah, it's definitely cleaner than it was. Okay, then we got this wire. I don't know what that wire is. Looks like might be a speaker. We got this cable. Alright, then there's some kind of funkiness here. We have like a structural fan. There we go. Yep. Okay, so then this little brackety jig goes in there. And then we got this screw. Goes like that. Alright. I think that's how that all goes together. Garth, if I'm screwing this up, scream now. Alright, sorry if I missed anything. New territory to pick stuff up. There you go. Yeah, moving is useful for that. Once you've picked clean one area, it's always good to try out another one. Alright, folks, what do you say? Should we try this logic board in here? One thing I'm going to do... So if you have deoxit or fader lube, it's a good idea to just like, I know it's going to make a mess inside the chassis, but oh yeah, this little wire needs to come up here. Okay, so I'm just going to do that to act as like a little bit of a lubricant for the connector. Oh yeah, that slid in. Nice. That's nice. Alright. I think we should try to power this thing on. I think that's all we need to get it to chime. Let's get a keyboard. Thought I left my video adapter over here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, video. And electricity. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, so we're on. I meant to shut that off, but okay, we're on. All right, 3, 2, 1. Yes, we got chime. No, we get video. We're getting video. Nice. Woot! Woot! Alright. So I didn't destroy that thing. Oh man, that one was giving me some sweats. Alright, is there anything else I need to do? I'm gonna finish recapping the motherboard, logic board. I'll do that off stream since I've already taken up enough of your lives recapping a power supply today. But I will say that when I popped the caps off of this logic board, there was juice underneath them and it smelled like fish. So if you have a Power Mac 6200 CD or Performa 6200 CD, definitely recap your power supply and recap your logic board because they need it. Alright, now's the bit that's gonna scare me a little. Oh, not that part. This part's not as bad. This one is a little difficult. The chassis does kind of slide funkily. Before you put this back on, make sure to put your floppy cable through here. Yeah, sorry Trina if I've disappointed you that there was no explosion. But, like, you never know with a power supply, right? If you don't get the caps with the right ESR, and you don't do the thing, and maybe you weren't particularly safe, and you left, you know, like a little bit of a solder bridge between two things. I always worry when I power on a power supply from the first time after recapping it. Vic the Vicar says, fermented Swedish herring. Gross, but probably accurate. I think this gets these screws. Okay. I think the order on these is to do the sides first. Okay, get this out of the way. So yeah, there's, again, we have little tabs. Let's zoom out just a little bit. Okay, get those in there, slide them back. So you might notice there's a little bit of a sheen on here. So after I do my retrobrighting, I always coat things in 303 protectant and let them sit for a little while, and then wipe it all down. This machine, I coated the inside and the outside very thoroughly with 303 protectant. I'm leaving that 303 on the inside. It might accumulate a little bit of dust, but to me it's worth it to have like that extra little bit of lubrication on these things. So somewhere around here, this should slap down on top. Just slide down on top very easily. There's little tabs all along, and there's little slots there. And I also think, yeah, there's also tabs here that go into the spots in the middle of the metal part of the chassis. So you gotta make sure all that stuff's nice and aligned. Yeah. Oh God. Oh God. Let's try it from that side first. Oh yeah, this. So as I'm doing this, I'm just like cringing. Because I'm really worried about these stupid plastics. Oh, so we got to come down and then back. All right, I think I've been trying to. Yeah, there we go. All right, why didn't you tell me, Garth? It's all your fault. All your fault, Garth. All right, there we go. So you slide down and then go backwards, not the opposite direction. Now I think there's little tabs here that fit down into those, and then that should come on, what are we binding on? I'm being extra cautious because I'm feeling this bind and I don't want to force it. This seems like the stupidest thing to want to bind. Okay, why is that? This is not laying flat nicely. There it goes. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, come on, Garth. That was gonna be my final triumph, is putting the faceplate on this beast. back plate, again, super lubed up. This thing I forgot to put in, so that one's still in the retrobright. Make sure this thing is up that way. Okay. That one's on. This one I also forgot to retrobright, but it also... This has a metal bracket on it, so I was thinking about not retrobrighting this. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to retrobright that cover or not. Alright, let's try this hard drive. Yeah, they really spared no expense with this case. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Before I put this in here, let's switch to this. Which way does that go? That goes like that. So this is a 3D printed slider that Gutbomb made. Look at it. It's got the holes for mounting blue scuzzies and stuff too. Very cool. Gutbomb. I'm gonna Gutbomb, I just made you a moderator. If you want to post a link to the STL files for your bracket that you designed. Oof. Okay, somebody didn't screw these hard drives in. This hard drive in properly. I'm not even sure if that... Yeah, no, these aren't the right size screws for this. Okay, so we're gonna try this without without the bracket, but if people are interested, this goes like this. Yeah, all the holes line up nicely. Very cool design. But yeah, this is epic to have the blue scuzzy mounts and stuff in there. Very nice, Gutbomb. Love it. And since I'm not going to use my bracket, I'm going to use a little bubble wrap to act as an insulator here. Alright, let's see if this thing actually boots. We know it posts. Or at least it did post before we put it all together. Power first. There we go. Man, that fan. Yeah, this keyboard is awful. This one is gross too. I haven't cleaned this one. That's why I'm not going to show it off. Look at us posting like there was never anything wrong with it. This case did have some marks. Looks like a couple of them are starting to show up more strongly, but it's alright. Here we go. Wow, it only has 8 megs. Oh god. We'll get that upgraded. Sweet. So if it boots, most of the time it should be fine. Let's put this thing on, this front panel on, despite Garth's better warnings. I want to see what this thing looks like all gussied up. So I don't know if anyone remembers. You can go back to my... I just dropped something off the BigBadBench. I apologize. The front on this thing was pretty yellow. So... the retrobright made this look a lot nicer. Okay, so I come down from the top. Oh yeah, you can hear it. Plastic tabs be damned. Listen to that plastic creaking. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's unpleasant. I think actually what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna file that back just a skosh. I was wincing too. Now you can wince as I impale myself on stream. So we're just going to take away a little bit of this material. Never cut like this, kids. Ow, like that. Like I just cut myself right there. Don't ever do that. Come back this way. This is not the way to cut. There we go. Yep, the Performa 630 is basically the same thing, except for this has a PowerPC processor in it. There we go. Alright, so that's a little mod that I suggest everyone do. Vic the Vicar. Was John a Boy Scout or not? Yeah, go ahead and place your bets now. So yeah, the Performa 6200 is basically a Performa 630 with a PowerPC processor slapped on there. But yeah, look at this. This looks so much nicer than when I got it. I'm pretty excited at how clean this is. I also forgot to put the CD drive bezel in the retrobright, so that's in there now. So I'll put that back together. So definitely do this little mod that I just did. because that should help from preventing. Look at how easy that was to get that apart. And so all I did was just cut a little bit of that triangle off. I mean, there's still plenty there to grab. So you can see, just cut a little bit off of there, and it's good to go. All right, so I'm not gonna to bore you with more recapping. I don't know if this particular CD drive needs it. What is this CD drive? This is an Apple 600i. Garth might know, because I know you've recapped some old CD drives. I'm gonna recap this. The caps look fine, but since I have it apart, I may as well just do that. The other thing I'm gonna do is service this floppy drive. You can see it's pretty gross in there, but I'll do that off stream. And I think what I'm gonna also do, let's see if I can find it. I just had it a second ago. You don't come here for the organization, I realize. I don't know. I have a SD card adapter for IDE, so I'm just going to use that, I think, for this one. So, yeah. We'll put a solid-state storage media in here to make it a little bit more reliable. Sorry. Where did I put that? Oh. Anyway. So, yeah, come back next week. We'll build this little Macintosh LC3. We're gonna recap the power supply, and do an overclock, and then we're gonna give that away. And maybe if my 13W3 adapter comes in, maybe we'll try booting up that Silicon Graphics Indigo 2 machine that I found 2 days ago. So yeah, that'll be fun. So yeah, come back next weekend, and I'll see you all then. Thank you, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. Thank you, Gut Bomb. Thank you, Garth Beagle, Epictronics, Vic the Vicar. Who else was here? Trina's Technobabble was here. Garth Beagle, Garth Beagle. I already said you. Retro Techie. Who am I missing? Eric's Edge, the Panman GR, Everything is Broken Garage, Rudy's Retro Intel. I know I'm gonna miss people. I apologize. Alan Gracia was here. Thank you all for stopping by. Always great to hang out with you. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching me injure myself with a knife, and doing some recapping. But look at this 6200 CD. I'm excited to have this thing looking pretty. But yeah, have a lovely day. See you all next week.